We begin tonight with new questions about why it took so long to stop the school shooting in Uvalde. Investigators' timeline keeps evolving, but according to their latest account, the shooter was inside Robb Elementary for an hour. He killed 19 students and 2 teachers. New tonight, we are hearing from an uncle who tried to get into the school to save his nephew. We have live team coverage on the investigation, the legacies of the victims, and the community's shared grief. But first, Henry Ramos anchors our coverage from Uvalde. And Henry, families were desperate to get inside while the tragedy was still unfolding.
Desperate, Sharon, once they heard the news. Good evening to you from the heart of downtown here in Uvalde, as people are still paying their respects right behind me. But as you mentioned, that social media video circulating where you see families just wanting to rush in to the chaos. Tears of heartache as more questions mount about what really happened inside Robb Elementary.
He was in the classroom that he was in, yes.
Justin Rodriguez's nephew survived. A bullet ricocheted off the child's leg. He tried to save a friend, but she didn't make it.
He was trying to help a classmate. He got in front of her.
As the uncle, Rodriguez ran to the scene.
There are some times I just wanted to run in. I mean, yes, these officers had tasers just ready. But at that point, I mean, I did not care whatsoever.
Video on social media shows angry parents and family members wanting to rush inside the school.
For everyone here, we all just wanted to run through everybody and just take out that one person. Could we done it? Yes, I believe we could have, but more lives would have been sacrificed. We all ran right there by the gate, didn't let no one in. But yes, were there some people that were jumping the fences? Yes.
And earlier today, DPS officials were asked about these videos. The regional director says that they're looking into it and, quote, not verified. And stay with us, because coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to recap and really go into the timeline of this horrific event even further. But first tonight, I want to recount last night, an exclusive interview that I brought you with a nine-year-old who was inside the entire time, a brave boy who recounted exactly what happened. He was hiding under a table with his friend, the gunman, just inches away. Well, the survivor's account really resonating with you and across the nation. Here's a snippet.
He shot our next person's door, and then we have a door in the middle, and he opened it, and then he came in and he crouched a little bit and he said, "It's time to die." The cop said, "Help if you need help." And then one of the persons in my class said, "Help." The guy overheard, and he came in and shot her. And then the cops barged into that classroom, and the guy shot the cops, and the cops just started shooting.
Just chilling words there, just chilling words, and really a brave boy who wanted to speak up. He wanted to share exactly what happened to give us that insight. Now, because of police's response, Congressman Joaquin Castro, he wants the FBI to investigate. In fact, Castro says there have been too many conflicting reports about this sequence of events, and he believes a block of time between 11:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. hasn't been fully accounted for yet. Now, Castro notes eyewitnesses and local officials have offered different stories. And just hours ago, DPS offered another version of Tuesday's events. KENS 5 reporter Matt Houston relays their latest account and how it differs from previous updates.
Guys, good evening. In the third significant retelling of this story, a DPS spokesperson today corrected details his boss shared yesterday.
We want to make sure we're pushing out the right information.
Their latest timeline begins around 11 o'clock when Salvador Ramos sent a private message announcing his intention to shoot his grandmother. This was not a public post, as the governor previously suggested. Ramos followed through with his threat, stole his grandmother's truck, and at 11:28 crashed near Robb Elementary. He shot at and missed bystanders before he hopped the school fence and fired at the building. At 11:40, he went in through an unlocked side door.
He was not confronted by anybody.
That is a major change from this account DPS Director Steve McCraw offered yesterday.
There was a brave Consolidated Independent School District resource officer that approached him engage them.
Today, DPS says law enforcement did not arrive until 11:44, some 15 minutes after the first 911 call. The spokesperson would not explain why officers had such trouble getting into the classroom Ramos was in. Other officials said they contained him to the room. Today, DPS says the 18-year-old shot through the wall and police fell back to avoid bullets.
The majority of the gunfire was in the beginning.
Border Patrol's best of the best arrived around 12:45, finally broke in and killed the gunman. DPS says he'd been in the school for about an hour. Matt Houston, KINS 5.